Hey, what is up guys? Josh back here again with you today for another one, and this one that I'm doing here today is another whiskey review. This one a Scotch whiskey, something that I was wanting to pick up again. I've been out of Scotch for a while. I think the last one I had was the Monkey Shoulder, which I reviewed on here. Haven't bought a bottle since, and was kind of missing it a little bit on my bar, so went ahead and picked up one that I was wanting to try out. It's one of the more kind of budget scotches. Budget level scotches or whatever. Just really to get a scotch I can mix together and use, to do, mixed drinks and cocktails and whatnot with. But it is the fairly well known. I think a lot of people recognize this label. The J&B Rare, standing for the Justerini and Brooks blended Scotch whiskey. It is a blend of, I believe, 42 different scotches. 40% alcohol by volume, so it's 80 proof, established in 1749 by Giacomo Justerini, who basically took some of his, his grandfather's kind of liqueurs and stuff to with him, and basically based off of those recipes, pretty much. It is a London-based Scotch. The J&B headquarters is based in London, and it was I think bought in like 1831, 1821, I believe 1831 by Alfred Brooks. The company was sold to Alfred Brooks in 1831, hence why you get the J&B, the Justerini and Brooks. His name went on there. Before that, it was Johnson and Justerini, or maybe Justerini and Johnson, one of the two. Was the original business partner with the original J on the bottle. But anyway, yeah, this is again probably one that a lot of people have noticed, the label and everything there, kind of made famous by different people. So it was originally distilled for nobility and like the aristocracy in London, providing them with different scotches and spirits and everything that the J&B company was. And it was favored by some of the original kind of, Rat Pack, like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, etc. So yeah, wanted to pick it up, try it out. I think I got this for I believe it was like about $21 after tax. I'm not entirely certain, but let's go ahead and give it a little pour, a little taste here, and see what we get with it. Again, I said I bought this for just mixed drinks and whatnot. I like to do Scotch and Amaretto, which is a really good kind of mixed drink. So I really wanted to buy it for stuff like that. Also like to make Scotch old fashions sometimes as well. So with this one here, I have, as you saw when I opened the bottle, before I opened the bottle, like I have already tried some of it previous, and with the color is very light, as you can see, really kind of a pale golden, pale yellow color. So I'm not really sure the aging on this, but it is blended to begin with too, so it's going to have a bit of a lighter color anyway, for the most part. I think one of the only other kind of around this $20 mark range for scotches, that the Johnny Walker red label is definitely has a bit more of a color to it, but I'm not sure if that's an added color or not. But yeah, so a pale kind of yellow color, leaving legs on the glass on this Glencairn and everything though as well. And let's get right into the aroma on it. You get a little bit of that sort of funkiness that you get with kind of the Scotch kind of variety of whiskey. Sort of peaty sort of aroma. Tad bit of smokiness. What I'm really getting is a lot of fruitiness though, light fruitiness with this Scotch. Less vanilla notes and everything like that, less smokiness, more of a kind of musty kind of fruitiness. Almost kind of like opening up a bag of dried apricots, if you've ever done that. If you've ever had dried apricots or like that particular varietal of dry fruit. It reminds me kind of that. A little bit of sweetness there too. Really just that kind of really soft, kind of dry fruit kind of aroma I'm getting. let's go right into the flavor on it. And with the flavor, that sort of dried apricot comes through right into the flavor as well, just about as much as it does on the aroma. It's subtle, but not too subtle. It's subtle, but it's prominent. It's like the number one kind of note I'm getting with the Scotch is dried apricot. But I'm also getting the grain as well for sure. Getting grain, also maybe some kind of barrel staves that it might have been originally aged in before blended. Um, Fairly dry finish actually. Really almost kind of close to a dry vermouth kind of finish. I know that doesn't sound very good, but some dry vermouths, good dry vermouths, can be okay on their own. Just sort of getting that kind of dry vermouth dryness with this one, I should say. Small kind of white grape flavor, very subtle white grape flavor. Um, and really, if there's any smokiness, just a tinge, not much. But it's just a really subtle, straightforward Scotch with a little bit of that sort of, like I said, that dried fruit kind of prominent flavor to sort of give a little bit of uniqueness, I guess. When it comes to other budget Scotches like Cutty Sark. Jesus, what other kind of ones I'm blanking. Uh, yeah, I mean, just any kind of other budget scotches you might find around $19-20. You're really only going to start seeing legitimately good scotch, I think, because it's a little different than bourbon. Um, but also because it's an import too, it's really only going to come from a number of places around the world. Anyway, I think that it has its own unique quality to it because of that. I've had Cutty Sark, I've had Famous Grouse. There's another one, and so far this one has been, as far as I can remember, those ones that I've had before. This one's fairly nice. It's pleasant enough to have on its own. But makes a good Scotch and soda. Makes a good Scotch Old Fashioned. Serviceable at the very least. And same thing with the Scotch and Amaretto kind of drink that I mostly use it for. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend checking it out if you see it. I'll show you the label one more time, though. I'm sure you already kind of have that in your mind already. Definitely check it out if you want something for just a mixer, Scotch mixer, which they actually push it to be on their commercial website as a mixer Scotch, a party Scotch. Yeah, definitely want to see. Just check out the yellow label with the big red lettering, and one that I think you'll possibly enjoy, as an addition on your minibar for mixed drinks and whatnot. Yeah, would definitely recommend checking it out. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching.